Now we are moving towards the another wireless local area network, that is HyperLAN. The HyperLAN stands for High Performance Local Area Network. There was HyperLAN 1, which was originally one of the out of 4 HyperLANs investigated by ETSI, decided to have the different types of networks for different purposes. The key feature of all 4 networks is their integration of time sensitive data transfer service. Over the time, the names have been changed and the former HyperLAN 2 is renamed with HyperLAN 2, 3 is replaced with HyperAccess, and 4 is renamed with HyperLink. We are going to discuss about the first historical HyperLAN 1. ETSI describes HyperLAN 1 as wireless local area network supporting priorities and packet lifetime for data transfer at 23.5 mbits per second. It means that whichever the data transfer into the HyperLAN 1 is done with the data transfer rate, that is 23.5 mbits per second. The another functionality of HyperLAN 1 is which includes the forwarding mechanism, then topology discovery and user data encryption, network identification and power conservation mechanism. The HyperLAN 1 operates at 5.1 to 5.3 GHz with the range of 50 meter in a building at 1 watt transmit power. It means that the frequency range on which this HyperLAN 1 operates is 5.1 to 5.3 GHz. The range of this HyperLAN 1 is up to 50 meters in the building areas and which works on 1 watt transmitting power for the communication. The service offered by HyperLAN 1 is compatible with standard medium access control services known from IEEE 802.x local area networks. The addressing mechanism used in HyperLAN 1 is based on 48-bit medium access control addresses. A special HyperLAN 1 identification scheme allows the concurrent operation of 2 or more physically overlapping HyperLANs without disturbance into the communication. It means that we can establish the 2 different HyperLANs in the same physical location or area without disturbing the communication of those 2 different HyperLANs. Confidentiality is ensured by an encryption or decryption algorithm that requires the identical keys and initialization vectors for successful decryption of data stream encrypted by sender. It means that the confidentiality is done by using the different encryption and decryption algorithm which uses the different identical keys, and in addition to that which uses the initialization vector for successful decryption of data stream. An innovative feature of HyperLAN 1 which many other wireless networks do not offer, as its ability to forward data packets using relays. It means that the another local area network or wireless local area network don't have such ability to forward the data packets using the relays. Relays are used to extend the communication on medium access control layer beyond the radio range. For power conservation, a node may set up a specific wake-up pattern. The pattern determines at what time the node is ready to receive, so that the other time the node can be turned off its receiver and save the energy. These nodes are called as P-savers and need so-called P-supporters that contain information about wake-up pattern of all P-savers they are responsible. It means that the nodes which are having such pattern or wake-up pattern, those nodes are called as P-saver nodes, and whatever the wake-up pattern which is defined for the different nodes, that is maintained by the P-supporters, which contains all this wake-up information of all the P-savers node. A P-supporter only forwards a data to a P-saver at the moment the P-saver is awake. This action also requires a buffering mechanism for the packets on P-supporting forwarders. It means that whenever the P-saver node is in the sleeping state, all that data which is sent to that node is buffered into the P-supporter, which will be forwarded later whenever the P-saver node will wake up. However, it is turned out the priority in quality of service in general are not that important for standard local area network application. For providing the priority, this HyperLAN uses the elimination yield non-preemptive priority multiple access mechanism to provide the effective medium access control into the communication, which works in three different phases for providing the medium access control. Those three different phases are prioritization phase, contention phase, and transmission phase. The first prioritization phase, which determines the highest priority of data packet ready to be sent by the computing nodes. It means that the work of this prioritization phase is to understand whichever the packets are having the highest priority for the data transfer. The contention phase is responsible for elimination all but one of the counter enders if more than one sender has the highest current priority. It means that the contention phase is responsible to decide the priority amongst all the nodes which are having the same priority, or you can say highest priority into the transmission. Out of those, which node is having highest priority. Transmission phase finally transmit the packet of remaining node. These are nothing but the three different phases which are used or required whenever several nodes compete for the medium. All three phases are necessary, called as channel access in synchronized channel condition. This is nothing but about HyperLAN 1 The question can be asked for 4 marks. Write a note on Hyperlan 1. So expected points are explained in this video. Thank you.